I'm Georgia Flitcroft from FuseTV.
Hi, I'm Sharon, Wellbeing and Liberation Officer.
Thank you so much for being here and talking with me today.
It's my pleasure.
Perfect. So just got a couple of questions for you. First of all, what are your priorities for this year and what are you doing to achieve them?
So my main priority, like if you could see in my manifesto, it is mental health well-being. So currently I'm doing two things. One, I'm working with University of Manchester's mental health support team to reform their self-referral form. Like for context, the first point of appointment that a student could make to the service is not very convenient. So I did bring that to them and they were happy to, like, they were actually looking for a new model. It was a perfect time. So we are now looking into a new form called self-referral form, which University of Birmingham already practice, but we are making it more student inclusive and accessible. So thankfully, I advocated for a student consultation and it's happening on 11th of December, a student consultation with 15 students who are going to look into the form and see whether the form is accessible and whether it's like student friendly, warm and collective. So that's happening. And the second thing is I'm looking into a new model called collective care. So this is very much experimental and we are going to have our first session on 16th of December. Just a pilot study seeing how this could actually work. It is going to be a student-led peer-to-peer mental health support group or a circle. So very excited for these two projects. Yeah.
Lovely. That sounds brilliant.
Thank you.
So another question I've got for you is, how does the Manchester student community benefit from the Students' Union?
So we do have a lot of things that as an SU we do. So one of the things that I'm really excited or like I want to work more on is SUSU. Like SUSU is an initiative where we as an SU have staffs and like student staffs to actually call students and check about their well-being, so which is like a really good initiative, and that is one of the like very mind-blown initiative that I really want to be a part of, which is like totally into my remit and stuff. And then societies where you could actually feel a sense of belonging, because I was a master student, so technically I couldn't be a part of a society because time didn't allow me, but I made sure that I was part of something at least. So the societies that I was attending sessions and weekly meetups, it gave me friends that I needed, because being a master student and having friends or like having a social life outside would be quite different and difficult, or even different from UG students. So I think societies actually gave me a lot of good friends who I can actually rely on a lot. So these are the things that actually pops up to my mind when we talk about the supports that SU could actually give to students. Yeah.
It's lovely to hear you speak with so much passion about this. I can tell this is really yes. So welfare and liberation, is that something that you've always been passionate about, would you say?
Yeah. I was a psychology student for my UG. I did a master's in like psychology is my love of the life. Like I would even comically I'll say it is my husband, because I love psychology a lot. I did masters in human resource management, so it is employee mental health well-being. So that is my passion, that is my niche. So when I was actually doing my masters in a pure business course, I couldn't actually cope up with it because it didn't have any psychological element, and that's when I knew I want to do something in that aspect, like a job, like anything it could be. But that's when I actually met Aisha, so came to know about her role, and it was like so cool when I actually saw that. And it has always been in me to actually create an impact or do something that is purposeful. And when I just found that I could do something purposeful, something helpful for students, that too being an international student, it's quite difficult and different. So I just want to do something for students, and that's when this role just like came and sat on my lap just correctly, and I just went for the role and I got the role.
Amazing. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, something that you mentioned was wanting to create a paid peer wellbeing mentor role. How's that going? Has there been any progress on that?
So that is the collective care.
I
That is
see.
what I'm actually piloting. I don't know how well it would go. I've done my research. I've seen examples where it could actually work and where it couldn't work, but it's very much pilot, and I'm like really interested to give it a try and do it. Even this particular time might not work, even if, because I do know, I could think of when I think about the logistics, I could actually see that it's end of the year and student might not be able to be a part of it, but that's not gonna stop me. If the engagement is not up to what I've want to see, I would give it a try again after reclaiming stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a try because that's what I manifested to the students, and I highly believe that's one of the only reasons students elected me. So of course I'm gonna give it a try and make sure it works and see whether students actually want this or not.
So I think that listening to students' feedback is a big thing. It's going to play into your actions in this role.
Because this particular initiative is going to be student-led, and students are the ones who are going to get benefited from it. So I want it to be purely student-based. So yeah, students are the main focus of this initiative.
Brilliant, yes. And since stepping into your role, have you noticed any areas that you think maybe needed improvement that you hadn't considered before?
One of the things I could say is with disability. I'm currently working, it's more of a passive working that I'm doing. Most of the works are going to happen in the new year because it was quite a lot of things that I'm doing, and I've kept it, I wouldn't say the later, but I could actually see that there could be a lot of things that we could do, but sometimes people don't know where to start. Like I could even say this as an example for mental health as well, because mental health is really a priority for everyone, and it's just people don't know how to actually start working on it. So one of the things that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work with DAS with one of their initiative or like a training that they are looking to build up. It's very initial stage. They just talked about it, and the person who was in that particular project just left because their contract ended. So she came and talked to me about it, and now I'm following it up back. So that's when I know it's really initiative, very basis, they haven't built up on it. So I'm gonna look into it and see how we can have that training so that it helps students a lot. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, brilliant. And now I'm aware that this is probably a very cheesy question, but your title as Welfare and Liberation Officer, Wellbeing and Liberation, excuse me.
That's all right.
What does that mean to you?
What does that mean to me? Okay. So I've never thought about that in that particular, in that perspective, but I'll try. I love the best. So, well-being and liberation, for me, it looks like something where I stand as a representative for students in the aspects of well-being and liberation, both the parts, where I can bridge both, the liberation part bridged into the well-being, and well-being part bridged to the liberation part, so it doesn't look, because in my remit you could actually see that those two are at different branches. It just comes or stick out to you as two different things, but no, they are not two different things. They are very similar, correlated to each other. One of the examples that I could give is with collective care. Collective care actually works where if it is related to marginalized groups, if collective care is going to happen between race type of student circle, or with sexual oriented student circle, that's where collective care actually gives impact. So it is very interconnected. I see my role as very interconnected rather than two different big topics.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Okay. Did I answer your question?
Yes, no, absolutely. Yes, absolutely you did. Perfect.